Hello Blitz fans of all ages, it's me, PlumCastle, and in today's video I will be going through and showing you guys how to get a Super Hellcat completely for free. So the other day a new event came into the game where we could get this tank called, whatever this is, I'm not going to even try to pronounce it. Either way, it's some sort of special event going on in Blitz, so once I exit out of here we can go ahead and take a look at it. So once you come into your garage here, you will see actually a couple things on the side here. We'll talk about the second one later, but the main one here is the one that's shaped in the shape of an avatar, and it's the event right here. So, of course, the main reward is the Super Hellcat, which if I take a look at it here real quick, this is what it looks like. It's basically a Tier 7 premium version of the normal Hellcat. Got a pretty interesting gun, but of course, armor, not too fantastic. This is not a breakdown, but if you want to look at the stats, I will scroll along them along the side, and then here are the general statistics in case you're wondering how this tank generally plays. I can tell you right now, it's basically like a Hellcat, just a tier higher, where smashers are pretty much a guarantee. Now, that is of course not the only thing in this event. We've got a few other, I'm going to say kind of measly things for the most part. I mean, some boosters, which are cool. The only other thing that's really interesting in my opinion is the 5 times multipliers, and you get 10 of these, so that is quite a lot of XP if you do manage to get this, which is really cool. And then of course on the last level is the Hellcat. Now, I need to explain how you get this because there's no point in me just saying that you can get it if I don't show you. So basically the way this works is there is a currency that this event is based on, and you can see it right here. Well, it's kind of everywhere. It's this purple, oh, here we go. So if we go here, we can actually take a quick look at it. So basically it's this special kind of currency, and they're called masks, okay? And then basically what happens is when you win a game, you will get 5 of them. And of course, the more you accumulate, the more you can collect in the event. And if you get a sum total of, I believe it's 300 masks, I'll take a look at that in a second. But if you get 300, then you will actually be able to get the Super Hellcat. Now, you can actually get an extra set of masks per victory if you have these things called tickets. So at the beginning of each day, if you log in, you will get 6 of these tickets. So that'll give you 6 chances, so that if you have 6 wins on that day, you'll actually get 7 masks per victory as opposed to 5. And then every subsequent victory will just have 5 masks. Now, to get to the end here, or actually, let's go ahead and take a look at the 5 times first. So don't pay attention to the number underneath the event stage itself. You actually have to go to the bottom right-hand corner to see this. It's not actually 50, but in fact 140. So do keep in mind it is a little bit of a grind. And then, of course, then the Super Hellcat is, like I said, 300. Now, that is roughly 60 or so wins, which is actually not too bad, given that it is a free Tier 7 premium tank. However, do note that this event does not last very long, and I myself am already a day late on it, so it's 50-50, if even that, whether or not I'll complete it. But it is definitely feasible, which is really cool. Now, as for you, if you're trying to figure out how many victories that would require, all we have to do is take the 300, or in your case, you just have to go and look at how many you have left. And let's go ahead and just pull up the calculator so I can show you how to make this calculation. So, of course, as soon as I can move my calculator, it is 300 for the Super Hellcat. And basically what you have to do is divide this by roughly 5. I mean, it's not exactly in a good scenario where you're using your tickets, you'll actually get this a little bit better. But just as the general rule of thumb, just go ahead and divide by 5. And there you go, that's 60 wins, assuming you weren't using tickets at all. Now, to figure out how many wins a day, you're going to just want to divide by how many days are left in the event. So if we come over and take a look, you can see right there it says 3 days. So if we come back into the calculator, you just divide by the number of days. In my case, it's 3. So you can see that I need to get 20 wins a day, roughly. It's slightly less than that given the tickets, but not terribly fantastic. I mean, I've definitely got a bit of a grind ahead of me if I am going to complete this. And then, of course, maybe I'll be able to use some gold in the end. But either way, I mean, this isn't too bad considering what you're getting. It's definitely not a free grind or just a free tank. You do need to work for it. It is completely free monetarily, though, so you don't need to spend any money on it, which is cool. But it definitely does cost you some time for sure. Now, that's actually not the only thing going on here. The Super Hellcat is the main part of the event, but there is actually another interesting thing here, because once you get the Hellcat, assuming you get the Hellcat, that is, if you come over here into this little mission that Wargaming has posted, you are given a certain amount of time to win one regular battle in the Super Hellcat. I mean, that's pretty easy. It just 1-2 games, even if you've got a low win rate, you should be able to get this within just a handful of games, which is really cool. And what's inside here is actually nothing all that crazy. It's another mission that you then have to complete, which in itself has a camouflage, which you can see here. It's unique, to say the least. I mean, it definitely has a very nice purple tint. In fact, it's actually, I actually kind of think I like that camo. But that's also not the only thing, because you get yet another one of these missions. Now, I forgot to say, the second mission here is destroy 30 enemy tanks, and you have 2 days to complete it, so that's 15 tanks a day. So do note, if you're going to get this, you are really going to want to stay on top of this and get all of those kills. And then the next level here is a profile background, which you can see here. Not the most fancy thing in the world, but if you like collecting backgrounds, then it's definitely something you can do. And that is win 30 regular battles in 2 days. Yeah, hopefully you'd give you more time, but 2 days is apparently what Wargaming gives us, and 2 days to win 30 battles. Honestly, if you're doing that much to get through the event, you're probably going to be able to do this, but it's by no means going to be super easy. Now, assuming you did complete this, you'll not only have gotten the profile background, but yet another one of these. And if you receive 6 Class 1s or Ace Tanker badges in 2 days, which, unless you're a really skilled player, it's probably not going to happen, but maybe. If you do somehow complete it, you'll get the avatar, which, honestly, I'm going to be brutally honest, that is pretty ugly for an avatar, and honestly, it's probably not worth it. But hey, if you like grinding, it's another thing to do in the game, which is really cool. But yeah, that is a lot going on, and honestly, some very cool stuff, especially considering that you can do it for free, provided you have enough time, that is. And I think that's really cool. A Super Hellcat has come out for free a handful of times, to be honest. It's pretty common, or maybe not even free. I've definitely seen it sold reasonably inexpensively quite a lot, especially during things like Black Friday and maybe even another time last year. But yeah, it's a pretty common tank to come around. But yeah, that's definitely a way to get the Super Hellcat, at least for now, in the next few days. But anyway, with that, hope y'all enjoyed, and as always, have fun, good luck, and happy tanking.